With a drink balanced on his headrest, he was living a peaceful retired life. Then he saw a drunken man assaulting his girlfriend. No one knew his longing for functioning limbs while scumbags used them to beat women. Angry, he pulled the man and punched him. Earth in 2154 was overpopulated. How could it tolerate such waste? Security threw him out, his wheelchair landing heavily. Then black-clad men approached him. They invited him to join a secret plan initially intended for his deceased brother. They wanted Jack, his brother's genetic twin, for their experiment. Yearning for change, he agreed. He awoke 6 years later on Pandora, far from Earth. Humans had a military base there, and Jack saw hope in standing again. Eager to try, he lay in a pod where scientists transferred his consciousness into an avatar, a hybrid created to help access superconductive minerals. Jack astounded all with his swift adaptation to his new body. Ignoring others' concerns, he dashed from the lab, embracing his newfound freedom. The creatures of Pandora mesmerized him. Unbeknownst to him, a beast approached. Jack bravely roared, startling the giant creature, which fell over. As he celebrated, another beast crept up, with fangs nearing Jack's leg. Seeing the beasts on guard, Jack fled, maneuvering through the bamboo forest, dodging attacks. Yet they caught up, forcing him to hide in a free hole. Jack moved to the other side of the roots. The beast focused on him, biting each root. Jack fired his weapon, causing the beast pain. However, despite being wounded, it pulled the weapon from Jack, using claws to fling him and his backpack into the air. Dizzy, Jack quickly unbuckled his harness, dropping heavily to the ground. Before the giant beast noticed, he fled desperately. The beast, momentarily stunned, soon pursued Jack. With no way forward, Jack leaped off a cliff, narrowly escaping. Separated from his team, he climbed ashore and sharpened a stick for defense. A Na'vi watched him from above, readying to shoot. Suddenly, a jellyfish-like creature intervened, stopping the attack. The jungle was perilous at night, so Jack fashioned a survival weapon. He turned and saw beasts surrounding him, screeching and ready to attack. A panther paused, and Jack, exhausted, was pinned by a beast. At this crucial moment, the Na'vi shot the beast, rescuing Jack. Using a Vesper hawk, the Na'vi drove the beasts away, extinguished the fire, and ensured Jack's escape from danger. Jack only then noticed the jungle's mesmerizing beauty, illuminated by countless glowing plants, forming a wonderland-like sea. Mysterious floating jellyfish-like creatures, known as soul tree seeds, attracted by the purest souls, encircled him, clinging to Jack's form. A girl with him, astonished to witness such a sight, decided to take Jack back to her tribe. On their way, she introduced herself as Lily, revealing her parents' esteemed roles as the tribe's chief and priestess. Learning about Jack's miraculous encounter, they agreed to let him stay, intrigued by what made this ordinary human special. Thus, Jack unexpectedly found himself living with the tribe, pleasing his company. Following orders, he immersed himself in Na'vi life. Under Lily's guidance, he learned their language, how to hunt with a bow and arrow, and to move swiftly through the jungle. Jack would leap and gallop with Lily or ride horses, though he sometimes faced challenges in agility. Lily's teaching methods are quite bold and sometimes risky. She'd jump from heights, landing safely with leaf cushioning. Jack, trying to keep up, almost ended up in the infirmary. As life's challenges increase, Jack feels a profound connection between humans and the forest. He grows closer to the Na'vi, being treated as one of them, even joining their soul rituals. His bond with Lily strengthens daily. He gradually adapts to living as one of the Na'vi. One day, his impressive hunting skills earn Lily's praise, and she suggests he join a great Thanator hunt. The waterfall cascaded like a galaxy fall into her. At high altitudes, dragon clans thrived. Jack traversed the steep stars, discovering many dragons. These dragons didn't just select Hueys. They determined who was worth trusting. If they didn't acknowledge you, death was certain. Jack, during his first encounter, almost fell off a cliff, terrified. This illusion did not deter him. Jack, gathering his courage once more, firmly gripped the dragon's hind leg and connected his nervous system. The formerly restless dragon instantly calmed. Soon, Jack began navigating the sky, rapidly mastering dragon taming skills. With Lily, they soared, until a looming shadow appeared. Glancing upward, a red dragon approached. Swiftly, Lily led Jack into the forest for safety. This red dragon, a king, ruled the ordinary dragons and was nearly untamable. respected only by the Phantom Light, the leader of all Na'vi who awaken nightly in a new body. The rich mineral land of the Na'vi was always under threat of conquest. The Sentinel offered Jack a chance to persuade the Na'vi to leave. If he failed, an attack was imminent. Jack requested another day from the Colonel as the Na'vi planned a ceremony. This would make Jack a true Na'vi, seizing the opportunity to convince them to evacuate. Jack persuaded the Colonel to give him a choice. Lily carefully painted tribal symbols on him, while the Na'vi surrounded Jack with prayers. The next day, human machines attacked, destroying homes. Jack failed to stop them alone. The Colonel saw footage and thought Jack betrayed him, cutting the connection. Jack begged for a chance, gaining an hour to reveal his suspicion. The Na'vi, learning Jack was undercover, were furious, and Lily was heartbroken. Despite Jack's pleas, they chose to fight. Time was up, and the human warship's shadow covered paradise in an instant. Flames devastated the jungle, while Na'vi warriors attacked, but their efforts were futile against the vine-armored ships. Cries of despair filled the air. The High Priestess hoped Jack's team could make a difference, but their power was insufficient. Even the giant rats that supported the Na'vi for millennia fell, along with the Tree of Life. The invasion claimed the girl's father's life, and she grieved deeply, blaming Jack for the invasions. Comforting her, Jack faced her anger. The base severed their neural links. The Na'vi, burdened with loss, left their homeland, harboring resentment. When Jack reconnected,
望着满目疮痍的娜美夫人佳云，他不惜孤注一掷，换来自负。
for next,
需要那美人救火队，而他们也同样需要自己。
Jack ambushed Zaluk, the Dragon King.
大水
As Zaluk appeared, Jack on his flying dragon swooped down, targeting him.
中不负众望。
After much struggle, Jack tamed the giant beast. Riding the dragon, he impressed all the Na'vi, who gazed at him with awe and respect. The new chieftain would even relinquish his position to Jack, who was now seen as their savior. He asked the High Priestess to save the doctor, but the doctor's life ended. His consciousness needed transferring to his avatar. Placed before the soul tree, the Na'vi prayed for him. The soul tree enveloped them, but his injuries were severe, and he passed away. In his last moments, he told Jack he saw the divine the Na'vi spoke of. Heartbroken, Jack united the Na'vi to fight their oppressors. That night, they rode dragons and horses, rallying all tribes on Pandora against the humans for a final battle. Numerous aircraft with fully armed soldiers left the base quickly. As they crossed floating stone clusters, the ambushed Na'vi launched a swift attack. The Air Force responded prompt. Despite their efforts on flying Graddies, they couldn't match bullet speed. Ground forces encountered Na'vi cavalry. The Na'vi were flesh and blood and faced bullets bravely, but endured casualties. When defeat seemed imminent, massive beasts emerged from the forest, attacking humans. Flying dragons descended, throwing humans into disorder. Jack ascended, suppressed firepower, and tossed grenades into engines. Finally, Pilot sunk. He escaped from them. He donned control gloves, moved, and leaped with the heavy weapon, escaping the warship's explosion. Landing like a titan, he stood ready before Jack's cryo chamber to end the traitor. At that moment, Lily arrived on her Black Panther. The Panther's pounce was blocked by the Corin. It attempted to bite but was outmaneuvered. The Colonel fired at them, but the Panther knocked him down, destroying the gun. The Colonel then delivered a heavy blow to its head. The Panther escaped his grip, opening its jaws wide to bite at his side, as the winds of battle raged, nearly throwing the Panther off balance. Leverage power. Lily leapt and drove her dagger into the Panther's belly. Its smoky roar signaled its soul departing. Pinned by its corpse, she was trapped. Just then, Jack descended, engaging Curry. Colonel's mech was powerful, forcing Jack to retreat. Jack shattered a branch beneath him before leaping and stabbing with the dagger. With nimble agility, Jack outmaneuvered Colonel as fatigue set in. Jack took his chance, disabling Colonel before striking with his gun blade, piercing the mech's glass into Colonel's chest. Despite knowing defeat was imminent, Colonel attempted to attack Jack's physical body in the pod. As the pod swayed, Jack's consciousness wavered between his body and avatar, delaying his movements. Seizing this opportunity, Colonel was about to attack when Lily shot an arrow, killing Colonel and ending the battle. Ultimately, humans returned to Earth, but Jack remained on Pandora. Entrusted with a divine mission, he fully embraced his Na'vi identity.